It's the end of the year, so we thought we'd reveal our Letterboxd stats for 2023. I've
Yeah.
got mine. What's your least and most?
No. Let's go through. Let's go through everything, kind of.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
how many movies did you watch?
I'll tell you, I watched 682 movies in 2023.
Wow. And I watched 456. So you watched about
That's really
230
good.
more than me.
That's still really good.
You,
456.
but you like 50%ed me. You like went over like almost half of what I did.
How many hours of viewing does yours say?
Hours of viewing, 845.
I have 1,245.8.
Yeah, it's amazing. You did like 150% of what I did,
Yeah. And that's
basically.
not even counting all the fucking Shark Tank I watched and shit.
And wrestling. You watch so much
Yeah,
wrestling.
I watch fucking
There should be a
9 hours of
wrestling app where you
wrestling a
can log
week.
all the
There
wrestling
fucking
shows you
should
watch.
be, dude. You know, you can log pay-per-views on Letterboxd, but I don't do it. Feels like
Wow,
cheating.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How many is that how many lists you've made this year?
Um, how many lists?
Yeah. You see
No,
that?
it says I've only made 17 lists this year.
Oh, I have 66. But I think what happened is I'll like make
You made
some
all
in
your year
private.
lists and shit.
I make all my hey, I'm watching here lists on Letterbox and then I delete them.
Oh, okay, that makes
So
sense.
that's a big one. How many
Mm.
likes have you gotten this year? Is that how many
200.
likes you've given or received?
I have no idea, but it says 238.
Oh, mine's 201. So you've watched way more and I've received about as much likes. So I'm way better
Great,
on
thanks.
Letterboxd apparently.
Yeah,
How many comments?
71.
Oh,
This might be
59.
the things
Oh,
we did.
50, sorry.
This might be our comments.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
All
I'm not
right.
sure.
So let's go to your average per month.
Wait. Oh, I see. Okay. I average 56.8 movies per month.
38 per month. How many did you
Okay.
say? 56?
56.8.
Well, and 8.7 per week. What was your
13
least
point
watched day?
13 13.1 per week for me. Apparently I don't watch a lot of movies on Tuesdays.
Oh, mine's Wednesday. That's when we record the podcast.
Yeah.
Tuesdays. We actually record Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday every single week, basically. And I watch the most on Mondays, apparently.
I watch the most on Thursdays.
Wow. I'm not a big watcher on Thursdays. What was your first movie of the year?
El Mariachi for
Me
the
too.
podcast. Yeah.
I love it. And last?
The Iron Claw.
Wow, what a way to leave. Me too, though. Past Lives. So that
Hmm.
was great. I think same as William. I think William also watched Past Lives last movie of the year.
What are some of your
Diary
diary
Miles.
milestones? I like
What was
this
your
one.
50th movie?
My 50th movie of the year, it was on January 25th. How about that? I hit 50 in January.
Me too.
It was Cool Runnings.
Cool Runnings, man. Mine was January 29th. I watched Puss in Boots: The Last Wish for the podcast.
Okay. I love that. What about 100?
100. Mine's in March 4th. What about you?
I hit mine February 17th, and it was Mars Attacks.
Wow, that's a good one. Mine was Ocean's 12. 150th a month later, April 8th.
Wow, I hit 200 on April 8th.
Holy shit, that you really booked it.
Yeah.
You're going fast as hell. All right.
100, my 150th was on March 13th, and it was Battle for the Planet of the Apes.
Battle for the Planet of the Apes. Mine, according to PDOT, this is our worst episode we ever released. Scary Movie 2. Remember that? He said you
Yeah,
got this one sucked,
I
guys.
do remember that.
So Scary Movie 2. And 200th, mine was on May 15th. I watched Grown Ups 2.
On April 8th, I watched Empire Records. And I remember why I watched that on April 8th, because that movie takes place on April 8th. And my
How did you
girlfriend
know
wanted to
that?
put it, my
How'd she
girlfriend
know that?
remembered it. And she wanted to put it on. She always remembers shit like that.
She loves that movie?
Yeah.
Should I watch that for her? Empire Records? I've always
Sure.
wanted
Yeah,
to.
it's a fun movie. You like it.
250th, I sat in the movie theater on June 24th and I watched No Hard Feelings and had a great time.
Nice. My 250th of the year came on May 10th when I finished the miniseries The Jinx for the second time.
Wow. 300, July 19th, I watched Insomnia.
On June 1st, I watched my 300th film of the year, and it was the original Man Who Knew Too Much from 1934 by Alfred Hitchcock.
Wow. 350th on September 8th, Full Metal Jacket.
Yours says 350th?
Yep.
Mine skips from 300 to 400 to 500 now.
Okay, so my 400 is Five Nights at Freddy's on November 3rd.
Okay, my 400th movie, July 6th. I watched a Swedish film, alternately known as Show Me Love and Fucking 'Em All. I remember I
Wow.
talked about this a lot. I like loved this movie, and I immediately went out and watched another movie by the same guy. Also, an actor, a Swedish actor that I got to know in those movies was in season 2 of Doctor Death, and I was like, hey, look at you.
That's really cool. You get to
Yeah,
feel like a sense of accomplishment. You're like, wow,
I
I know
did.
this guy because I watched
Don't
that
e-
other
don't
thing.
even worry about it. I know these foreign actors. It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
NBD, no big deal.
yeah.
Um, and then that's it for me. So what was your last one? Your
My
500 or your finish
500th
it off?
movie of the year came on September 1st when I watched a film called Penthouse North,
Hmm.
which, if you recall, was like Michelle Monaghan wandering around blind while Michael Keaton stalked her. I think
Yeah,
that's when I recommended you that movie, Wait Until Dark, because I said it was the better version of that.
yeah, I think so. Is that the
Yeah.
last one? 500? I thought you went
Yeah.
up to like a lot more.
I did, but that's all they're able to count, I guess.
Wow, you broke Letterboxd. All right.
Yeah.
Most watched. I only have three movies that I saw two or more times. What about you?
Yeah, I don't really rewatch that much. So like, especially within a year. So I only have two things that say twice. One of them Scream 6 because we recorded a commentary track
Oh
on
yeah.
it. And the other one is the Murdaugh murders, which I only logged twice because they put it out in two installments.
So you only had two. I guess that
So
makes sense.
so I really have zero. I didn't rewatch anything this year.
Yeah. Mine, I've Scream 6, I saw three times. I saw it twice for the podcast, once for a commentary track. Searching, I saw twice because I watched it for the podcast, and then
Right.
I had a flat tire that week. And then Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I saw it once and then went with the White Whale to go see it a second time.
Right. Okay.
So those are the three. And then we go, what was your most watched category? Genre, whatever.
Drama.
Yeah, me too. USA and English, I assume.
Yep.
I don't know what themes and nano genres are, but I had superheroes number one. I don't like that. Superheroes and action-packed battles.
I have a three-way tie for number one
Wow,
for
what do we
for
got?
these themes and nano genres. Okay. Dreamlike, quirky, and surreal storytelling.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. Fascinating, emotional stories and documentaries.
Yeah.
And quirky and endearing relationships.
Oh, I love yours.
And then right behind there, I have emotional teen coming of age stories.
A lot of these superhero in action-packed battles, it's a lot. They count pirates and Transformers, so all of those. That's why this is on here.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Oh, well, yeah, I see nano genre. Like that was in themes. Under nano genres, my top says death, stunts, formulaic, which is hilarious.
mine is villain, explosives, enemies.
Yeah, and it's all 100% of the things under that heading is things I watch for the podcast.
Yeah, I
Except for
imagine
one, The
so.
Meg 2, which I watched by myself.
So 2023 releases. What percentage was 2023 releases?
16.7%. I
Mine was
watched
13.2.
114 out of the 682 movies I watched were 2023 releases.
Wow. I won't say the numbers. Um, but watches and rewatches. I guess we already talked about that. How many
Most
did
of
you
mine,
review? All of them?
yeah, I reviewed everything. My 59.5% of my movies this year were first time watches.
Mine was 91%.
Wow.
Rating spread, how many ones?
Oh, that's interesting. I gave 42 ones this year.
Just go through them all. Go through them all.
Hang on, I lost the fucking page.
Yeah, I backed out because I clicked
Yeah.
it and then it took me
Yeah,
to a
me
different thing.
too. It's fucking lame.
So I had 34
I
ones, 77 twos, 140 threes, 130 fours, and then 75. So I had 75s and 77 twos. So
I
anyway,
gave 42 ones, 137 twos, 221 threes, 217 fours, and 61 fives.
so I gave more fives than you, and you saw a lot more than. But I was watching classics. I was watching so many masterpieces this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, and you were still not giving a lot of them fives.
Yeah, you're right. Looking at you, Apocalypse Now. All right, stars. What do we got for you? Who's your
I
leading
got
star?
I've got a tie between Tom Cruise and Vin Diesel.
Tom Cruise is on my list. Vin Diesel is not. Probably if I go to see more. No, Vin Diesel didn't make it. But my number one star, Gerard Butler,
Wow. Here,
15 films.
here's what I think the real winner for my list though is Judy Greer because I
Hmm.
watched 10 movies this year with Judy Greer in them and only 3 of them were for the podcast and one of them was Guardians of the Galaxy 3 which I would have seen anyway.
Yeah, I guess if you do that for me, Gerard Butler doesn't count. I watched a bunch of them that one week. Jennifer Lawrence doesn't count. Same thing. Tom Cruise, same thing. De Niro, I watched a bunch of Scorsese movies, so he doesn't count. Stallone, I watched every Rocky movie this year, so that
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
really count. I think my winner is Willem Dafoe. He was in The
Okay.
Lighthouse, Antichrist, Light Sleeper, To Live and Die in LA. I rewatched Spider-Man 2, Finding Nemo, Finding Dory, Born on the 4th of July, Once Upon a Time in Mexico. So those
Yeah,
are all pretty different.
this is like the most frustrating part of these stats because you get people like I have Peter Cullen in
Me
8
too.
movies, the guy who did the voice of Optimus Prime.
Yep.
I have
Tara Reid
Frank
from
Oz in
those
7 movies
Sharknadoes.
because of the Muppets, Tara Reid in 7 movies because of Sharknado. I have Lynn Shay in 7 movies because of Insidious. Yeah, that happens. Patrick Wilson in 7 movies as well.
If you go to directors, Anthony C. Ferrante is tied for second place.
Yeah, he's tied for second place on mine too.
I have
Uh,
6 people tied for second place.
I have a three-way tie for first place.
What do we got?
I watched 7 films this year. Uh, George Romero. Okay, but keep in mind a few of those were for the podcast. Dawn of the Dead.
A lot of them, yeah.
Wes Anderson. I
But
watched
three
seven
shorts, that
films
doesn't count.
exactly. 4 shorts.
4 shorts.
So that kind of doesn't count either. But my number one then I guess was 7 films that I watched this year. The great sports documentarian John
Wow.
Boyes.
Very
That's
deserving
right.
number one spot.
Absolutely. He's definitely the director
You
I
spent the most time with, too.
yeah, I obsessed over him the most this year.
So you watched the most things by him, and they were the longest things. So he
Yeah.
was your number one filmmaker the
He
entire year.
contributed to a lot of viewing for me this year.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'd
Yeah.
like to shout out lower on the list. I watched 3 films by the great filmmaker Craig R. Baxley, Action Jackson, Bad Day on the Block, and Stone Cold. And I watched 3 films by Lizzie Borden, Working Girls Born in Flames and Love Crimes. So, I was like exploring, but, a lot of the things on these lists are going to be for the podcast.
Yeah, yeah, it's tough. I've had a lot of people have cooler Letterboxd reviews or 2023
I
in
watched
review
like
than we
I
do.
remember I caught up on all the Hal Hartley movies I'd never seen before, so he's on there too. I've got okay ones.
My top executive producers are the Weinsteins. Both of them take the top 2 spots.
Where's that? Oh,
Keep
you're
scrolling
right.
down.
Well, I have that too. The Weinsteins.
Yep,
I
I bet
said
everybody
Bob
does.
one ahead of Harvey.
Me too.
Um,
Yeah. Wonder what that one is.
what about just regular producers? My number one is Jason Blum.
Same. Then Lorenzo di Bonaventura.
Same.
Then Jerry Bruckheimer.
I have
Don
Neil
Murphy. Gerard
Moritz.
Butler.
I have Neil Moritz between those because I rewatched all the Fast and the Furious movies this year. He produced those.
Oh yeah, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
what about editors? I have Thelma Schoonmaker, the Scorsese woman.
Interesting. My editors, it's a tie. Chris Donlin. Listen to this. He edited Creep 2, Meet Cute, Blue Jay, Paddleton, The Overnight, and Dreamland. I saw just a lot
Wow.
of indies that guy edited. And
Yeah.
then the tied with him is this guy Fred Raskin, who's the editor on all the Guardians and Fast and the Furious movies.
Wow.
Yeah. Um my biggest cinematographer was Robert Elswit. And these are the films I watched that he did. Good Night and Good Luck, Punch Drunk Love, Hard Eight, The King of Staten Island, Boogie Nights, There Will Be Blood, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, and 8 mm.
That's pretty good. That
Yeah,
guy's
what
pretty good.
what a career.
Yeah. Most liked review.
Oh, my most liked review is Love Has Won, The Cult of Mother God. It's been a real hit since I posted it
Read
about
it.
a month ago. Um, of all the weirdos interviewed for this movie, Aaron, congratulations. You are the weirdest.
Wow. People really
Yeah,
connected to that one.
I think everyone agreed with it. It's got 49 likes so far, and it's a hit. What a hit review that is.
How many likes?
49.
That's a lot of likes. My
Yeah.
top liked review is 9 likes. I don't even get the double digit likes. What the hell is that? It's for Barbie. I said it might slightly get caught up in its own ideas and motivations, but boy, if this doesn't have one of the best endings to a movie ever. Possible. Do you remember the ending? He goes to the gynecologist.
Oh
Possible
yeah.
5 stars, and Gosling should legitimately be considered for an Oscar.
Okay. Well, he is.
Yeah.
Your
Most
most
liked
liked
list?
list?
What do you got?
Mine's 1968 ranked.
That's funny. Mine is remember when we ranked like second installments, third installments, fourth installments, fifth
Yeah,
installments. I at the end of that put together the perfect franchise. It was
I
the
remember
first
that.
that has 2 likes. So that's my most
That's your
liked
most
list.
liked list. God damn it! I should like it just to give you a third.
Shout Oh, you did.
Oh, I did. I'm one of the two.
Holy shit. Oh my God. I thought Tim was and he's not.
What's
Mm.
the highest averaged movie you watched
Schindler's
this year?
List.
Mine's Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
What?
Yeah, it has a 4.5 average.
Me too, but Schindler's List does too.
Well,
Lowest
Schindler's List and
average.
Spider-Man animated number two are exactly as good as one another. Everyone knows
Yes.
that.
Lowest, you saw it. I wonder if we have it the same. Son of the Mask.
No, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey,
Is that like point 0.9 or something?
1.1.
Oh, this is 1.2. Most
Mm,
popular, Barbie.
same.
Most obscure, Incest the Musical. I think that was a P dot recommend.
You know what's amazing is my most obscure is also a P dot
He
recommend.
is obscure, P dot.
Yeah, he likes obscure shit.
Yeah.
This is something called Selling Innocence that he had me watch, which I really enjoyed.
All right.
Um, but
Rated higher than average.
oh yeah, okay. What they give you? What, six of them? What are yours?
One, two, yeah, 6 of them. So Letterboxd, they say this is a 3.01. I say it's 5 stars. That's Scary Movie.
Mm-hmm.
These are all I gave him 5 stars. The Last Tycoon, Beau is Afraid, Dead Presidents, Smithereens, The People versus Larry Flint.
The fact that The Last Tycoon and Smithereens and People versus Larry Flint are on there is shameful for Letterboxd, as far as I'm concerned. All right,
So,
higher than average. I gave The Room a 5. It has a
hmm.
2.59. I gave Sharknado a 4. It has a 1.72. I gave Friday the 13th Part 4 a 5. It has a 3.10. I gave Hubie Halloween a 4. It has a 2.16. I gave I'm Still Here a 5. It has a 3.24. And I gave Adventureland a 5. That only has a 3.29.
Wow. Well, which Friday the 13th again?
The final chapter.
Okay. All right.
And
I love your
lower
list.
than
That's a great list.
average.
Oh yeah, lower than average. How to Train Your Dragon 2, one of the
That's
Pirates
that.
movies.
Yeah,
I think at
same.
World's End. Elvis, Memento, which I gave 2 stars to, not one. P.S. I Love You, and Breathless. I didn't like Breathless.
Yeah. Lower than average for me. How to Train Your Dragon 2, I gave a 1 and it has a 3.71. How to Train Your Dragon 3, I gave a 1 and it has a 3.64. Lemonade Mouth, I gave a
Oh,
1 and it had a 3.49. Pirates 4, I gave a 1 and it had a 3.36. 1917, I gave a 2 and it has a
oh wow.
4.10. And Casper, I gave a 1 and it has a 2.99.
I love your list. I love it. This is I feel like people are gonna like this. This is pretty fun.
Yeah, it's fun. We'll do this every year.
Films, we don't have to do that. We can
No, that's
go.
it. That's
No,
it.
no, no. Wait, I feel like there's some stuff down here, right?
Highly rated films you're yet to see.
Okay. What do we got?
Taylor Swift, The Eras Tour, Poor Things, Anatomy of a Fall. It's all the things you want me to see. Past Lives, and Godzilla minus one. Those, and then a couple of things like that are fucking anime that I'll never watch a million
Yeah, I've got
fucking years.
Godzilla minus one, Attack on Titan, Taylor Swift, Poor Things, Perfect Days, Waitress the musical.
Waitress the musical.
Yeah. Is
Skip
that
that.
Sarah
Watch Wait.
Bareilles?
Do me a favor. Watch Waitress the non fucking musical.
Highly rated with your friends?
Oh, I already left.
Oh, all right. I had
Read
Die
me.
Hard, Zodiac, King of Comedy, Mission Impossible Fallout,
I
Lady Bird.
noticed that one of mine was Muppet Christmas Carol
I love that. That's
because
amazing.
my friends love it.
People like Ponyo. Maybe I should watch
It's
that.
it's it's pronounced Ponyo, but
I
yeah,
thought that. I
that's
legitimately thought that.
that's a good movie.
I don't want to sound dumb.
I don't know. Yeah, it's all good stuff. My friends have good taste.